Hello, everyone. Welcome to May's Essential Life, the Essential Life Wellness or webinar, not wellness webinar, sorry, Natural Solutions webinar. And I am going to talk a little bit about some of the fun summer oils to use, some of the products to use in maintaining your wellness pyramid goals. So here's a wellness triangle. Sorry, I'm trying to retrain myself here. It's not a pyramid. We don't want to think of it that way, but the triangle. So if you have seen this or filled it out, this is something I tend to try to do every week, every 2 weeks. And it's eating right, exercising, rest and stress management, reducing toxic load, informed self-care, and then proactive medical care. So to get started, I started using essential oils about 3 years ago. I was introduced to them back in high school, but they didn't really do anything for me. Someone just kind of gave my mom bottles, I'd try it, and I didn't notice any difference, and they didn't really follow up. So my goal is to try and help others understand the difference between essential oils, because those essential oils, I don't use those. I use doTERRA's, and throughout the years from high school all the way to 3 years ago, I was learning about different essential oils, not intentionally, but it happened to just come about because it was recommended to me. So for me, my triangle was more upside down. I was always going to the doctor. I knew what I had. I knew I was going to live with my Lyme disease, but once that was gone, and I did that naturally, it was better. I was still going to my natural, but it was more this way. I had learned right away to start eating right. And for summertime, sometimes we do that, but sometimes we're traveling a lot and we don't always eat correctly. Or we end up, sorry, lighting is terrible here. It's because the sun's setting. Hopefully that's better. All right. So a lot of times when we travel during the summer, and that's when we take trips, we do mission trips, we tend to eat things we shouldn't, or our stomach is like, but sometimes we eat a little bit healthier because we're growing our gardens and we're using all these fresh fruits and veggies that are coming in from farmers markets and things like that. So we have a lot more available to us. But there are times that we're still not eating enough, or we're on the go. We're so busy in summer. I feel like sometimes we're busier in the summer than we are during the winter and the fall and the spring. Springs usually starts that busy cycle. So what I recommend, and I highly recommend it, is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And it comes in 3 bottles, and it's our Alpha CRS Plus, and your omegas, and then your microplex. So it's like a multivitamin, but they are really good for getting those vitamins that you may not be getting all the time, and we don't eat enough anyway. The other thing doTERRA has, and I don't have on hand right now, is they have their trim shakes, but they can be used as well as like a protein shake to help maintain and help your metabolic process. So those are our Slim and Sassy trim shakes, and those can be added to smoothies. We also have our Terra Greens. I had some of that this morning because I really wasn't that hungry for breakfast, and so I had those, and they were perfect. They got me through the morning to lunchtime. I think I had a snack in between, but it was just what I needed. All right, so that is the first thing on the triangle that you want to make sure you're continually maintaining, and I noticed that for myself, even in the summer. So make sure you're having those. The other thing is, because it's the foundation, it's the bottom here, that is our foundation. And if we're not eating correctly, a lot of times we can tell. We eat something and then we feel really, really kind of crummy afterwards, or the next day we're like, I shouldn't have eaten that, or you're eating it and you shouldn't. So making sure we kind of eat the right things, we have things on hand, that helps. So like I said, doing those, having digestion on hand when you're traveling, great for rubbing on the abdomen, putting on the bottom of your feet, or taking in 4 ounces of water or 8 ounces of water in one drop. And that'll help stay at your good foundation. When you do that, those are your building blocks. And so when you start adding in the oils with your eating right and taking your vitamins, like the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you will have a better experience, a greater experience. The oils are going to work really well with these because doTERRA put a lot of science into this and research. So I definitely have noticed a difference because I was taking a lot of different vitamins and supplements. I have gotten down to using these and I love them. All right. So talking about that and your vitamins, make sure in the summertime and when you're traveling, you have a handy dandy sorter. So this is my traveling sorter. I used it when I went to New Orleans this last summer. I used it to the women's retreat. I used them a couple times and I love it. It fits everything and it fits in my bag nicely and it looks nice too. It's not cheapo. All right, so the next thing is exercise. Usually we're eating right, we're doing well, and we're also more active during the summer and you're wanting to maintain. And I feel like summertime, yes, the weather is nice. I'm usually doing more. So I'm also needing the Energy Stamina Complex, the Mitomax, which is a supplement of essential oils and vitamins that help your body on a cellular level continue to have that energy. The other thing that's a nice pick-me-up is some peppermint essential oil. It's also great for soothing and cooling your muscles after a workout or a nice long hike or walk or bike. It also is really nice. Don't do it when you know you're really going to sweat because your pores are going to open up and it might tingle. It might feel fine, but if you're not used to that and you don't like that, don't put it on the back of your neck unless you want to feel that. Go ahead and do it if you are working out in the yard. Put it on the back of your neck. It's not a citrus, so you should be okay with the sun, but definitely be wearing a hat, using your sunscreen, and peppermint will give you that cooling effect on those warm days, but it'll also be uplifting and open up your airways, and it'll also help you feel more alert during that middle of the day slump. All right, so with exercising, a lot of times we're outdoors in the summer, okay? And we're doing more. So there are bugs, lots of bugs. Don't like all those bugs. I did a make and take last week with some essential oils and we made a focus blend and we did an immune supports blend and then we made a bug spray and we used essential oils and some witch hazel and distilled water. And it's turned out really cool and it works really well. So my top oil that I recommend is called TerraShield. So hopefully you can see that. So TerraShield is the repellent blend and it's got a blend of essential oils. That's why it's called the blend. And those oils have been known to help repel insects. When I made my bug spray, I did more than just the TerraShield because I wanted to make sure we were catching some of those other bugs that this may not work for, but in general, with mosquitoes and bugs, this works really well. When I remember to put it on, I noticed it works. And there was one night I was out with Molly, we were sitting out in the yard, and there were already mosquitoes. And so I put some of this on me, kind of a drop or two all over, and then I put it on Molly as well. doTERRA has it in a spray bottle, or you can make your own. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll try and get you a recipe. But I put it on our dog, I put it on myself, and it's safe for kids. I would use some coconut oil just in case, dilute it for their skin just in case they're sensitive to some of the oils in here. But it worked, and the bugs were bothering us the same way. So that was really exciting. All right. If you don't have that and you have some lemongrass on hand, lemongrass is great for helping keep those bugs away. So is arborvitae. I keep saying this one wrong. I wanted to call it something else. But it's a smaller bottle. It came out, I want to say a few summers ago, and it is from the arborvitae tree, and those trees repel insects naturally, and they live a lot longer because the oils and stuff in them repel the insects. So this is a great insect repellent. It also is a great grounding, just emotional, and that is one of our other goals, is rest and stress management, or reducing toxic loads. So this could have a couple different uses for you. All right. The next one for outdoor is after you have been out, or even before. Instead of using peppermint, unless you want to use it to help cool down or your sore muscles, Deep Blue, we have it in a rub form. And this is great for traveling. We do sell little mini packets for traveling if you're camping, backpacking, hiking, or flying and you don't want to take a whole tube. We do have little like sample size packs that you can take, and those last a good while, and those are good for traveling, so you can make your own little travel bag. But this is great for those sore muscles. Even if you're sitting on a plane, you can rub this on after you've been on the plane for a long time, help those muscles, because our muscles still get sore, or sitting in the car for a long time. Deep Blue is a must. Even if you're taking long walks and you feel those aches or get any bruising, this is great. So is the peppermint too. So both good. The other thing is, usually we're out gardening, doing things, and when you're out, sorry, that's upside down, Correct X is an essential ointment cream with essential oils in it. So it's great for those cuts, scrapes, and putting it, instead of having like Neosporin, but it's already got the oils in there, and it helps kind of heal those. I had a couple spots on my skin from pulling some weeds, and it's been really nice there. All right, the other thing, which I'm going to do right now, drink some water. Make sure you're getting plenty of water in the summer. Sometimes we get so busy we forget to drink. If you want something refreshing, throw some lemon essential oil in there. Only if it is a glass bottle or a stainless steel bottle. Don't do plastic, because it'll eat the plastic. So make sure you do that. All right. The next thing on our triangle, let's look back at it. So we've talked about eating right, exercise, or just being outdoors, and some of the oils and the things that you might want to use during the summertime. And then now we're on rest and stress management. So I had already talked about the arborvitae, and that's a great one for kind of calming and grounding. But my other favorite is balance. We've been diffusing this at night, rubbing it on your feet in the mornings. Sometimes I rub it on my feet at night again when I feel like I need some good grounding. It's a grounding blend, so it's made with a lot of roots and trees, and it smells very much, to me it reminds me of home in Oregon, with all the trees after it rains. I love that smell. So it's going to help you kind of take a breath. I love to put this on, and frankincense is another good one. So either one of those, I'm able to really focus on my Bible study if I'm doing a Bible study in the morning or in the evening, any time of day. And I like to have this. At night, it helps me kind of focus. Okay, I'm turning off the brain. I'm going to sleep. And the other thing, lavender doesn't always work for me, but some people will mix lavender and cedarwood, or bergamot and lavender, and that helps. Lavender alone doesn't, it helps kind of calm me, but it doesn't help me get a restful night's sleep alone. Maybe with some sandalwood it used to, but now I am so used to, grab the wrong one, Serenity, which has lavender in it, has sandalwood, has Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, marjoram. It's got some good calming, soothing oils in it to help you just rest. And it's called the Restful Blend for a reason. And that's why I know if I'm using this, we diffuse it at night. And I also, the nights that I really need it, I put it on the bottom of my feet. So I always recommend when you're starting using it, put it on the bottom of your feet and diffuse it. We also have soft gels. I started with those my rough nights that I was really stressed. and those have really helped, but I don't use them as much. On my really stressful days, I will. When I know I'm having a harder time calming down, I'll use those. The other thing is Claricalm for women. That is a great one during hormonal times of the month, because sometimes serenity alone and balance alone, they might kind of help bring your hormones into balance, but Claricalm does a great job because those oils are targeted for that. And so I'll do a little bit of that on my abdomen or the back of my ear. There's the bone here. Put a little bit of that there. And the combination of the three that time of the month will help me finally go to sleep. That's been a lot of trial and error. So I didn't read that somewhere. I just started trying that and realized one night after an hour of laying there going, nothing's working. My normal oils aren't working. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to try some Claricalm. So it's kind of my go-to, especially in the summer, because I'm always so busy and so many projects. So my brain is just go, go, go. And that's when I find a lot of times I need to do balance, Claricalm, and the Serenity. All right. The other thing is reducing toxic load. So sometimes after being in the sun, this kind of goes with exercising when you've been out. One of the oils I like to mention is putting some lavender on your skin afterwards and some coconut oil to rehydrate your skin, but also help soothe the skin. Peppermint can be good for that as well. Polycrysum is great. That is just wonderful for the skin in general. I've been using that a couple times in some trouble areas I have. Looking at my notes down here. Roman chamomile and melaleuca. Some people are a little more sensitive with melaleuca, but if you mix it with a fractionated coconut oil or a carrier oil and put it on your skin, it'll help kind of heal those areas. And I like to also use frankincense because that works well for me. So kind of play around, find what oil works for you. And that is kind of my summer skin care after the sun. So after soothing kind of oils. All right. The other ones I want to talk about for reducing toxic load, a lot of times emotionally, there's a lot going on, or a lot of people are going through different things. Usually people are more positive, but some people aren't. The sun's not, the vitamin D doesn't work the same for them. So they might be a little more having a lot of stress or a lot of things coming up in their lives. So we might have some emotional stuff going on, or you might be starting with emotional. A lot of times there's people even moving during the summer, or kids are going off to college, or you're getting ready for kids going back to school, or things like that, or the kids are so busy emotionally, you don't have time to just reconnect and think. And balance and frankincense are great for that. But I also recommend the emotional aromatherapy kit, which has peace, console, forgive, passion, cheer, and motivate. Motivate definitely in the summer is my go-to. And then cheer is great for those mornings that, oh my gosh, I gotta get up, I gotta do all this, I do that, and I don't really want to, I'm kind of dreading this. Motivate is a good one to apply. So is anything citrusy. That's why Motivate's got some of that in there. And cheer is a good one too because it's citrus. So those are going to be any citrus oils, wild orange, citrus bliss. Those are going to be uplifting. Those are going to help you just kind of feel more energized. Lemon as well. But these in general, this is the roll-on. These are great. We have it in small bottle form as well, but these are just wonderful to have when you're traveling and on the go, which I carry this with me almost everywhere in my purse, and it's kind of heavy because it's got stainless steel roller bottles and stainless steel roller balls in glass bottles. So it's kind of heavy, but I know they're with me, and then no matter what emotions I'm feeling or a slump in the day, these I have as a go-to. All right. So the next thing is we don't always think about toxins being in our daily routine of supplies. So again, it goes back to taking your multivitamins, making sure they don't have all those nasty toxins and that they're safe. You're not doing energy drinks or soda drinks, but you're doing your Minomax, which is going to be a lot healthier for you. The other thing is your shampoos. Now I'm showing you kind of our sample kit, shampoo and conditioner. And these I have too because they're great for traveling. So you can take your shampoo and conditioner with you, and you'll have it in a little sample, and then you can just throw these away. There's no worrying about taking bottles, refilling bottles, this or that. If you're in a hurry, these are great. And they smell really good. Wally, I love it when he's taking a shower and I'll go in and I can smell the shampoo, and then just like, oh, I love it. And he uses the bath bar. So wash your bath bars, wash your soaps. There's a lot of stuff in there. And that was one of the other major things I changed besides my food right away was, what are my chemicals? What is my cleaning supplies? And doTERRA has a great line of On Guard products, like our toothpaste. So I have the tube, and I've started using it, and I love it. So tasty. I'm actually enjoying brushing my teeth twice a day. Before, I struggled to remember to brush my teeth twice a day. I really want to brush my teeth again. It's like candy for me. So these are sample size, but they make great little, these are good little pouches. So you take a few of these on a trip, depending on how long you're gone, and you can use these for your toothpaste. Nice, simple, easy. So again, we're kind of also making up your little traveling kit. So those come in a nice little envelope like that. I think this one's a full one. So there's 10 of them in there. Yeah. And I've given them out as samples for people to try, and everyone who's tried them loves the toothpaste, and they've just gotten it, and I like it because they're travel size. So again, those are some nice easy ones. The Deep Blue is great. Instead of having like an icy hot or a Bengay, you can have that with you. And there's some great lotions that you can take with you. So be sure to check those out if you haven't. If you've used them, great. But be sure to also look for those sample size. They're usually going to be where those products are. So if you're looking through if you're going through the On Guard section, you're going to find the toothpaste in there. And you'll find in the personal care section where like our shampoos and soaps and bar soaps and stuff are. That's where you can find those. So there's some fun things. There's some fun travel kit out this month. And it'll be until supplies last. But the Father's Day travel kit is really cool. It's black. I like it though because it's just a nice size travel kit. On Guard toothpaste is in there. There's an On Guard dental floss, which we don't sell. So it might be fun to see if they start selling it. And then there's also some peppermint beadlets, which those are great for your stomach as well when you're traveling and on the go, or fresh breath or that pick-me-up. So you don't have to just have the oil on you, but you can take the beadlets in your mouth and you'll get a burst of energy and peppermint flavor from that. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions if you're watching this later, and be sure to share anything with me in an email or message and say, hey, I'm more curious about this. There are so many other things you could do for summer, but those are some of my favorite things for summer and the things I'm excited to use this summer. I know my trip that I have planned is September, so it's the fall. So I am excited to use some of these things and pack my bag. I'm kind of re-planning ahead really, really early, but it's also making me think of summer, and we're hoping to do some camping trips too. So I'm thinking ahead to September, but also thinking of some camping trips this summer that we'll do, and hopefully be able to use some of these too and let you know. All right. I think that is everything, because we'll just recap that when you are doing all these things, you are going to feel your best, and you're going to be able to do your best and give God all you can. And so that's kind of my biggest thing, is making sure we can do our best and give it all we can. And a lot of times we can't because we're not always taking care of ourselves. And this is all lifestyle. This is down here, sorry. This is all a lifestyle. Up here is just the healthcare, just being informed, going when you need to go, when there's stitches or you do have an emergency, things like that, you do need to go. But we have a lot of things, like just from the things I've showed you, a lot of things you can use now. A lot of things that you can go to right away when there's seasonal threats or you're out in the summertime and you've been in the sun, you can put some lavender on or Roman chamomile and just relax your skin. So many different things, and they're healthy and natural, and that's what is exciting for me. And they're cost effective, which is great too. So if you have questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. And I hope this was insightful. Since I don't have anyone tonight on this call, I will sign off. And be sure to share with me your favorite oils for summer, because I know there's so many options out there. Even if you have favorite ones to cook with, I know I have mine. Or if you have some favorite ones to use just in the summer for diffusing, let me know. So, all right, I hope you have a wonderful evening or rest of your day, depending on when you're listening to this. And be sure to check out next month's webinar. We will be doing that at 8 p.m. again on the last Thursday of the month of June. And if that changes, I'll be sure to update on the Essential Life LLC page and through the event itself. So see you all later. All right, bye.